And we see the Spurs getting ready to go. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. And as we take a long look here at Kawhi Leonard, guys, what's your thought on him?
A very encouraging start to Leonard's career, Kevin. He's a tough defender, an excellent rebounder, and his offensive game expanded pretty quickly his rookie season as well.
I expect his offense to continue growing, too. His huge hands help him in that regard, Steve. Great nose for the ball, high rate of steals, an expert at stripping it away. Looking at the last game for the Phoenix Suns, it was a win against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage, like they did that night, Kevin, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter.
Knocks it loose. Here's Mills, guarded by Fry. And Mills kicks to Green. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Now, they've done a really good job of getting their hands into passing lanes and coming away with some steals in the early going.
Boris Diaw from France, really a unique player. I mean, he came into the league, guys, as more of a playmaking small forward. Now he plays at the power forward spot, and he's still much more of a passer than he is a scorer.
Dragic kicks it to Tucker. Back to Dragic. Fires from deep. Green with the rebound. Spurs trail by 3. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I got a chance to talk for a bit. When we talked about what they'll try to do on defense, he told me they're going to have to do everything they can to neutralize their opponent's high flyers, saying, quote, "We can't play above the rim like these guys, so we'll have to do our best to keep them away from the hoop." Gentlemen, easier said than done.
Thanks, Doris. Lee passes to Fry. Diaw with the steal. Now Bellinelli. Chance there to take the lead, missing. And Clark, you mentioned Diaw's skill level. Not the biggest or most athletic guy, but, Steve, he's still effective.
He's really a great basketball player. What I mean by that, just he knows angles, he knows how to use his body to create passes and shots for himself. And defensively, he's very effective, particularly guarding the post because of his strength.
Here's Mills. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mills has got his first basket.
The height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Dragic against the bucket.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Mills with it, now guarded by Dragic. To the paint, number 11. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
Lee outside. Outside Dragic. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Suns on top. They lead by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
Coming up this Friday, November 8th, Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets go up against the Phoenix Suns. Don't miss it.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to the Nuggets in Denver. Ando De Colo is out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Green, and it's Splitter, and that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Pass to the Beast. And the shot is good.
Coach Popovich was fined last season for sitting out his top players in a nationally televised matchup against the Heat. I certainly understand the league's posture there, and it was a lot said about it. Yet, for a veteran team like the Spurs with championship aspirations, I understand resting key players during the course of the regular season.
De Colo dishes to Joseph. The feed to Splitter. Cannot hit. And Phoenix the other way now. They set the pick. Here's Goodwin. It's good. This game is all even. And back to that fine for Popovich, $250,000. Steve, that'll leave a dent.
Yeah, no doubt. But, you know, Popovich enjoys tweaking the league at times. This was clearly an effort to do that. But, look, I think it's good for him to actually, you know, kind of let the league know every once in a while that if you're going to give us that kind of schedule with my older team, I'm going to sit them down once in a while. Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Last game for the Spurs. They want to turn it around after the loss to the Nuggets.
Well, Clark, they really shot terribly from downtown in that one and eventually paid the price for it.
They sure did. I mean, sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but theirs wasn't quite strong enough.
The Suns shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Well, and they were 74% free throw shooting as a team last year, so those numbers could come up.
He misses the free throw. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for the Spurs. Bellinelli comes in for De Colo. That one misses. Tucker, the pass to the Beast. Another shot. Rebounded by the Spurs. And going against Phoenix, their first meeting of the season.
And predictably, they came out on top in the season series last year. We'll see if it's any different this time around.
Here's Bellinelli. 1 second left. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And a tight game here as we end the first half. Spurs lead by 2. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. Coach Popovich, a strong first.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's Wednesday night. We're almost over the hump. This is the 2K Sports Halftime. A closely contested game for the Spurs at AT&T Center going against Phoenix. Playing a team they know that they can beat, but will they? We still got a game. Great energy and aggression offensively, making their own luck with a lot of second chance points. On the other side, the Suns also putting up numbers. They're scoring effortlessly. The defense has been completely overmatched. Thanks for being with us. Let's get back to San Antonio as the third quarter is about to get underway.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Talk about a terrific game for Splitter. 16 points.
Suns trail by 11.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tire.
Setting the floor for the Suns, the Beast in at the 4 spot. Malcolm Lee is out there at Bledsoe. And it's Green, and it's Fry in at the center position. Out of bounds, Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession.
Let's see some of the numbers here on Tim Duncan. Coming off an excellent season last year, he averaged about 17 points a game, 10 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. Tell you what, he's been scary good over that run of games, just taking his usual brand of stellar offense and even building on it.
And Steve, you know that's not easy to do considering the high level he already plays at on an everyday basis. To move the needle another notch higher is special.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Guys, Kawhi Leonard, the Spurs' highest draft pick since Tim Duncan, and he has been a starter from his first game in the NBA. Coach Popovich says he's really a special player at both ends of the court, and what makes me so confident about him is that he wants it so badly. He comes early, he stays late, and he's coachable. I think he's going to be a star and the face of the Spurs. Big praise from a coach not known for hyperbole, guys.
Well, Doris, it's hard to put a ceiling on him. He does have star potential. Well, Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and And Phoenix has possession. Dragic the pass to the Beast. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
Well, I think this is one of the more amazing stats in sports when you think about it. No matter the season or the roster, the Spurs just seem to find ways to win 50 games. They've done it 14 straight seasons now, which is off the charts.
And the first one drops. And Clark, as you said, the Spurs last season hitting 50 wins for the 14th consecutive season. By the way, that's an NBA record. Second closest were the Lakers with 12 straight, Steve, from 79 to 91.
Yeah, 58 wins last season for San Antonio. Greg Popovich calls it corporate knowledge, just the consistency that comes with the experience of the group. And they've been together so long, particularly that core, that I think it allows the Spurs to really kind of cruise at times during the regular season.
Ginobili and Leonard on the wings. Down low, it's Duncan and Splitter, and it's Parker in at the one spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
And we head to the final buzzer in a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. This will go in the books as a really gaudy win for San Antonio.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
Yeah, I thought the subs came in and did an outstanding job, Kevin. Those points off the bench were huge.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
Your hope is to take charge of a season series by winning that first game. This will put them up 1-0 with 3 games still left to play this year against the Suns.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Parker. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
Bledsoe kicks to Gortat. Out to the wing from outside the arc. That doesn't go either for Green.
Looks like he's just trying to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but I don't know about that shot attempt.
Parker kicks to Splitter. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, if you're going to learn from someone, you might as well take some lessons from Tim Duncan. That's what Thiago Splitter has done in San Antonio, really kind of growing up under the tutelage of one of the great players of all time.
The first free throw is good. And Splitter taken 28th by the Spurs way back in the 2007 draft, but they had to wait 3 seasons apart for him to come over from Spain. And as Greg Popovich was saying just this past season, he's finally showing what he can do because he's been healthy.
Yeah, agreed, Kevin, and I think it was a wait worth making,
yes.
Quite honestly. I mean, one of the premier backup centers in the NBA the last 3 seasons, and he earned himself a nice payday with his new contract, too.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Well, you know, the Suns dropped from being a team that could fight for a playoff spot to the cellar of the West last season, and much of that you could attribute to how much they struggled on the road.
Tipped away. 6 on the shot clock, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And the Spurs making a change here. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mills. He's guarded by Dragic. And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Mills with it. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by.
Well, Tony, congratulations on the victory tonight. You made a...
Thanks for stopping by. As you know, it's important for me to regularly check in with all of our players. So, how you feeling about the team at this point of the season?
I mean, everything's going great. The guys are great. Coach is great. I'm great.
You are.
Man, do you know Bob from maintenance?
Yeah, I do. He's a good man. You know, tomorrow's his birthday.
What?
Yeah, don't forget to wish him a happy birthday when you see him in the hallway.
I will definitely not forget to do that.
And ask him to come by and clean my windows.
That's what I was just going to say,
Dude, I'm
man.
telling you, I've been working on it, and he's been pretty busy, though, with stuff, so.
You're the boss, man.
I know. Well, I'm a nice boss, so.
It's crazy.
That's the thing, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, coach just buzzed me a couple seconds ago. You're late for practice, so you better get down there.